Hey guys, it's Steph from the High Moon Podcast. So Phoenix Suns owner Matt Ishbia speaks out at his press conference today on the affairs of the Phoenix Suns and just how terribly this season went. Okay, I'm going to play a clip of what he had to say and I'll get to a quote. He does like a 40-minute press conference, but I'll play a clip of just what his opening statements had to say. And then I will I'm not going to play and I'll mention a quote that he mentions about winning the championship, which is absolutely crazy. But let's just hear what he had to openly say first.
We got to get the next hire right, and we will. The team and the roster that was constructed by James, Josh, the scouts, the front office is much better than a 36-win roster. So there's a lot of reasons why Coach Bud's not here. I'm not going to get to all those reasons, but definitely believe we should have won a lot more games and been a lot more competitive during those games as well. And so I wish him the best, but it was the wrong coach for our organization and for that team. And at the end of the day, you know, you can blame me for it because, you know, I'm the owner at the end of the day.
Absolutely, you're the one to blame. And also, too, is what do you mean that you'll figure it out? You haven't figured it out with two coaches in a row that were decorated with championships. Okay, Frank Vogel with a championship with the Lakers and Mike Budenholzer with a championship. What better can you do? Are you thinking now that you're happy with the coaching fire cycle that we have Mike Malone available, we got Taylor Jenkins available? Okay, what makes you think you're going to figure it out? What coach in the right mind wants to work with you? Okay, what roster changes are you going to make? All right, I mean, you failed terribly coming into the league, stripping away any type of championship DNA, okay, or at least, you know, some level of a championship aspiration culture, okay, trading away pieces and getting rid of everybody, basically, and bringing in Kevin Durant and Bradley Beal to pair along with Devin Booker, but you couldn't fully flesh out a roster, okay? I mean, he's meddling way too much on the team, okay? I have a lot of respect for James Jones. I don't think he was the one that wanted to get Kevin Durant, okay, or maybe get Kevin Durant, but then not maybe get Beal. Like, it was weird when we were getting all these players out of nowhere. Kevin Durant, Bradley Beal, pair along with Devin Booker. You know what I'm saying? It was like a Las Vegas sideshow headline, you know what I'm saying, event. And it was like, and that type of stuff comes from owners like this. Owners come in trying to make a big splash and they get humbled very quickly. Okay, he's on the hook for $80 million in coaching contracts. Okay, having to pay. Now I know Matt Ishbia, his net worth is over $10 billion. He's a very rich man, you know, in the financial industry. I think, yeah, CEO, founder of, or his parents, his family of the UWM group or UMW group, whatever it is. You know, but nonetheless, that's still a lot of money, okay? Rich people don't like losing money like that, but you chose to do it. You chose to make this Phoenix Suns team your little project, your little toy, you know what I'm saying? Getting into it on the sideline with Jokic, I remember that one time, you know what I'm saying? Like, he really ingratiated himself with this team as an owner, this new guy coming out of nowhere, you know, he played under Tom Izzo, you know, as a walk-on and won a championship, done a lot in Detroit, and donated a lot of money. Awesome. Then he wants to come here to Arizona, and he makes an absolute mess of it, okay? And then the quote that he says later in this press conference, I promise you we will win championships. No, what? You promised us that we can get to the playoffs consistently. How about that, right? How about you crawl before you walk and start running? You know what I'm saying? The way he talked just felt car salesman-ish. It felt like he's trying to sell us, you know, a bill of goods that's not going to net anything, okay? You traded away all our draft picks. All our war chest picks gone, done. Okay, what is your mastermind plan to start acquiring now? Is James Jones going to be there to be a part of that? You know, I can't put this on the GM. Can't do that at all. You know, and if James Jones is going to be sticking around there, then his work is going to be very hard. Are you going to let him be able to operate and help us clean the books? Right? He's going to help us clean the books. You know, are you going to allow him to freely reconstruct his team in a healthy way and find the best path forward, or are you going to meddle around? I have no faith in this guy. I don't. You know, I'm at the point with Matt Ishbia. You know, I've talked about the players and that dynamic and all that, you know, and then just saying that, and well, also too is, and then the fact that like he put this on Budenholzer, he wasn't the right fit, yada yada yada. Well, I mean, Budenholzer is a highly decorated coach who's coached under Greg Popovich. He knows the game, won championships as an assistant, won a championship as a head coach, and it seemed like, you know, ownership and management didn't empower Budenholzer to get the most out of these guys. So, you know, I mean, you're saying win a championship with what coach and with what players, right? Like, what is the roadmap that you have laid out? I think fans deserve a roadmap, and what the future looks like, and how do we get there with you as the owner, right? Didn't answer those things, man. I don't know. We got bad contracts, aging players. I know Devin Booker is really our main piece. I think we're planning on keeping him. He's going to want to keep him. Okay, I'm not comparing. I'm not going to compare Booker to Luka Doncic, but I mean, he has been to a finals and everything and stuff. So, Phoenix Suns fans will not be happy if we just trade away Devin Booker. Okay, it's like we keep Booker and you have to rebuild. Unless we trade Booker, we need to get a massive haul back, right? You guys work cut out for him, because right now, everybody in Arizona is not happy with this dude. Not happy with the performance of his team. He's like, oh, we didn't perform. We were better than 30. Yes, we are better than 36-win team, but I mean, you got to look at Bradley Beal. Not playing games. Okay. Kevin Durant, game never evolved. All right, so you got an aging player who just gets 20-something points a game. That's it. Devin Booker, that's our guy. Homegrown, but, I mean, he's an ISO guy. He hasn't really developed his game either, right? We have a bunch of isolated scorers, and that's about it. Right, you thought this was going to fit. Okay, you tried to play NBA 2K with NBA real money, and you're messing with these coaches, bringing them in on contracts, thinking they got time to build a program, and then you bounce on them. Right, microwave ownership is what's going on here with Matt Ishbia, and he's embarrassed by it. He says it's all on me. At the end of the day, finally at the end, it gets it's on me. Yes, it's been on you from the jump. But you're a billionaire, right? You can take the tax apron hits. Good. You can survive. Fine. You got rid of all these picks. Okay. We'll see how long you're gonna be able to own this team. And this team is gonna, and if you don't get things turned around quick, this team is gonna be losing you money if it's not losing you money already. And other owners in the league are laughing at you right now because you come in with your Wall Street bets money. Well, not really, but I'm just making not really Wall Street bets. I mean, he has a legit business, but you know what I'm saying. He comes in with all this monopoly money, splashing cash and prizes everywhere, and it's gotten us nowhere. Right? Been humbled very quickly in the last 2.5 years from Matt Ishbia. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this, man. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe. I'm out.